Hello everyone, welcome back to the Over 50 Job Seeker. In the last video we kind of talked about a little bit about how I've got to this point now in my life, etc. And so I thought I'd take the opportunity in this video just to talk about where I'm at now, really. So where can I start with that? Okay, so today is Monday. I'm still on Monday, by the way. I've still got my same shirt on and I've still got my coffee. And so I resigned from my recent role about 2 weeks ago, and they were able to let me go earlier, and so this current job, the last job that I've just completed, was about 9 months ago, and it was for a very large multinational company, kind of worldwide, many different time zones, that sort of thing, working from home, and very well paid, very highly paid role, and it's I don't know, kind of a couple of months into the role, I was just thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this. Do you know when you get into a job and you just, I don't know, you just have this feeling of just not, it's just not sitting right with you, and it's hard to articulate. It's just more of a gut feeling, really. I knew 2 months in that this just wasn't really gonna work out for me, and I don't know if I was I was either gonna leave the job or get fired. I think was the only thing that I had, I would say about 6 months in, 7 months in, I started looking for other roles, really. Only passively, to be honest, just to see what was out there. Nothing too but yeah, I just so my current situation is, I'll be honest with you, and be quite upfront, I'm quite lucky in as much I did have my own house, and my partner, she had her house, and we thought, about 6 or 9 months ago, we thought, what's the point of having these two houses? It's costing a lot of money, and I would have gladly had her move in with me. However, it was only a small 2-bedroom house, and hers was a 3, so it kind of made sense. And a garage, she had a garage. It made sense that I moved in with her, because he takes up this smelly dog takes up a lot of room, don't you? Yeah. Look how much room he's got. He's taken up the whole sofa. So I thought, yeah, do you know what? It was a good move. It was, and I've certainly not just quit my job willy-nilly. I'm not in any way expecting my other half to pick up the pieces, so to speak. Not in any way, shape or form. It's just not the way I roll. But luckily I've got some savings that I can float for. I could float for a year, because we don't have no mortgage, and yeah, we're in a lucky position. I appreciate that not everybody is in that similar, is in that position, and I wouldn't obviously recommend anybody quit their job without first having something to go to. But the reason I did it is purely because I've got a safety net, so I've had a bit of interest so far. Shall I tell you a little bit? So I kind of do DevOps. I've done for the most part, I would say the last kind of 8 years or so, I've been working with Linux systems and whatnot. And so the question is, I guess, that I'm kind of deliberating is whether I stay in IT, and I kind of imagine there's a lot of you out there just thinking, if you don't like it, just get out of it. And I hear you, I completely hear you screaming at this at your computer screen, saying, get out, do something different. But and you're right, there's no two ways about that. You are right. It would be a change is good. However, the IT thing for me is kind of being a bit of a safety blanket, a bit of a comfort thing. I know what I'm doing, but it will be interesting to see over the next couple of months how this pans out, because I'm currently waiting on to hear if a role that I've applied for, it requires DV clearance, and so that would be interesting. If that comes off, that could be quite good. However, it might require me working away, which isn't so good. And so yeah, it's kind of where I'm sitting now with it. I'm a bit I'm waiting to see what comes up. I've registered with pretty much every job agency, and the usual ones: job search, Indeed, LinkedIn, the usual online recruitment agencies. And I have had some calls, etc. But I think I'm going to give myself, I would say 2 months. I would give myself 2 months before I slam the door shut on IT. And if because you just, it might be a good thing. This might be meant. When you sometimes think, are things meant to happen? Do you ever kind of wonder that? So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm actively looking at the moment. If I'm going to see what kind of IT jobs come my way. Yeah. But if nothing happens, I'm going to have to do something else. But what do I do now? I must admit, I do like jobs where I have lots of freedom to be able to manage my own. Oh, where's he going? There you go. Manage my own time, manage my own workload, etc., etc. And I do like driving. Well, apart from the traffic. But I must admit, I did speak to a Tesco delivery driver. There was a Tesco delivery driver in my street the other day, and I nipped out and just said to him, what's it like? How are you? Oh, I'm going to get myself a coffee. What's it like working at Tesco's delivery? And he said he loved it. He said it's the best job in the world. It's the best job he's ever had. And that made me think. It just think that could be. It could be fantastic, because I don't need to earn 60 grand a year these days. I do not need to earn that, and I don't really need to work in a high octane, stressy environment where you're just, I think I'm just fed up with fixing shit, to be honest with you. With IT, I feel I want to do something different. My whole thing is screaming, saying, don't go into IT again, don't do it, and so what do I'll be really interested to understand what you guys have done. Please do comment in the hit that hit that comment, get those comments in. Let's have a let's bring up these conversations, and because I'd be really interested to learn about what you guys have done, you know. And I mean, I'm hoping that some of these videos, certainly maybe not the first couple, but moving forward, will resonate with a lot of you out there. And I'd be interested to hear from you guys, and just to get an idea. I've left my phone on just in case I get any calls from, could you imagine that if I got a call, you know, from one of the agencies? that would be really weird. So I think, you know, this week I've got a trip to do. I've got to go to London tomorrow, Tuesday, to drop off my my MacBook to my old employer, and it's certainly there are no bad feelings there at all. It's all very amicable, and they're a lovely bunch of guys. But it just the job, it was, I felt burnt out, I'll be honest. I've been there 9 months, and I just thought, you know, not sleeping and just constantly thinking about code, because it was a very code heavy position, the last job I was in, and it just doesn't sit well. It's just not something I'm really that comfortable with, to be honest. And it was just bam, straight in. And it was quite intense, really. And I just thought, oh my god, you know, this is crazy. So anyway, up around 12 minutes long. I think we'll so just to highlight, yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of painting this week. I'm gonna paint a fence, you know, and I think the mother-in-law's fence needs painting as well, so I'm gonna do that just to keep myself busy. And I shall keep you updated on because I'll start resuming on Wednesday. I'll start resuming when I'm back. I'm going to start getting on and start applying for some more jobs again, because I think over the last week I've applied for about 15. I think 7 of those have been about a 7 are just an instant no. You know, the amount of junk you get on emails and in texts, or this job, that job, and then you click on it and it's no job. It's I generally find in this situation, when the agency rings me, that's when I know they're interested. That's when I know there's a good chance of being successful. I always say to an agency, just get me in front of the employer. That's all you need to do, and I'll do the rest. You know, because I've got so much skills and experience. Just get me in front of somebody, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm not being, you know, look at me. No, not at all. It hasn't always worked out that way, but I've, do you know what? You get kind of interviews just become just you know, so easy over time. It just becomes kind of normal, really, and you kind of get to enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here for that one, and I'll certainly look forward to seeing you in the next video. So until then, feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll let you know how it's all going. Alright, take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.